Guys, the first time I'm gonna see you hit driver.
I think there's a reason for that. It just constantly does that.
Okay. He hates the 1 yard fade down the middle. Isn't that the worst? Skyler, Finnell here. Welcome back to the channel. We have my good friend Matt, who has been one of my faithful students for the last month or so. He is a good player, 8 handicap, looking to get down to scratch. And so we put in some good work into his setup, some functional pieces into his backswing and downswing that's helped him build consistency. And so now we're gonna pick back up, try to just keep building on where we were before, build him into a really great ball striker, which I think he can become as he tries to play more competitive golf here in the future. So stick around. Okay.
Still weight on the back foot a little bit.
Yeah, so right now I'd say that this is ripping pretty far inside, and then this is like really kind of jumping out. So that first move is gonna be kind of this all pulling out, this getting a little bit too stuck behind you. It's gonna be tough to get that right elbow in front. So back to I think where we had before of that club, feel like it's tracks down this alignment stick rather than getting inside here, because then you aren't really keeping this club in front of you. Like I've said before, it kind of gets behind you, and then this left shoulder pulls out, this is behind you, and then makes contact a little inconsistent. So Mo better?
A little better. It's just need
so
to,
from the I think from the top.
Yeah.
I think that you're getting enough from the inside. I know you're like really trying to get it there. I think just worrying about getting that club and arms more in front of you. Yeah, because like it's not even as much getting this ahead. Feel like the arms kind of almost start to outrace the lower body, because you kind of are there and it's still kind of back here. So feel like, can I get that to get to there? So I'll do a couple more with that takeaway. Still get that working, a little bit more up the chain. So one more time, give me a couple more of those and I'll kind of just hold this there. Yeah. Better on a start line.
Yep.
We'll just catch that ball a little bit more ball first, just clean up the contact a hair.
Okay.
But already looks better as far as up and down the plane. Yeah. A little bit of pop in that. That was nice.
Thanks.
Okay, now let's try to get back to I think where we were before, a little bit softer with the upper body. Feel like we can get here and feel like that lower body can release.
Yeah. Actually, those are my best shots now. It's actually funny when I like try to stop here.
Yeah, that working down that right forearm is so much better, I think, than before, where your initial move was here, and then you were trying to like get it over here. And this is just stuck rather than here, it's in front of you, club head is trailing from the inside. That's how you can hit a good draw where hands are still in front of you.
Okay. Still a little like
just a hair, just a hair. Yeah. But you're finding you're back to neutral a little bit better, and now we can just start to tip it where the upper body can just keep getting softer and softer.
Okay.
Good. Just a touch heavy.
Touch heavy?
Yeah. So I'll have you give me a practice swing at like 60% where we get to that finish, and I can kind of hold it. Yeah. And then get to here and now let it fully release that. Yeah. And then that way. So we still kind of have that, hasn't let it go that way. And then like at that point, we can't hold that energy anymore. Then it gets to release there, where it's not pull, 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 pull. It's hold off. Then I can let it release and go. Yeah.
I still felt my
I know, but we got off that side at least.
Yeah.
Like needed to check. We had a goal and we checked it. So yes, I think you felt we got off there and we got off here. Can we get there and now just check that last piece of staying in that? Our impact, just to right at the ball, if we were to rehearse our impact, our weight is shifted into our left side, right? This is still pretty square, okay? And then we can kind of almost start to like lift, like that way, where now it's going that way, but this is still staying that way. Yeah. So that way is for you, and I'd like this almost, I think we covered that last time, that almost like the Scotty Scheffler, or like where I can let it go this way, rather than when this wants to jump out this way. I think that can kind of mess with your rotation a little bit. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. And then see, yeah, it can be into a nice balanced finish. Yeah, I love that. Okay, let's jump up. Let's hit something a little bit longer. Hey guys, quick tip for you. Want to talk to you guys about when you're with your coach or with somebody that you trust with your game, being transparent about how much time you have to put into your game. If you're able to go to the range, if you're only playing, because those things are going to factor into what they're able to put into your swing, those changes. Because if you're trying to make big grip changes or big changes to your swing and you're not able to put the time in practicing, playing, it's going to be really hard to make those changes. So being consistent with your coach, with whoever you work with, being honest with yourself to know the time and energy that you're able to put in to get better is going to make a huge difference in the long run. So if you're looking to get better, if you want a lesson with me, want to keep building your game, build consistency in that, come to the Trott Shop, hit me up, check the link in my bio for a lesson. That's what we're doing. We're just looking to build player development here, not Band-Aid quick fixes. Keep building the overall player so that their handicap can eventually drop, play better golf, have more fun. So that's what I think, again, the lingo and language is so important, because everybody talks about, oh, I want to keep it in front of me, and what does that mean? Like, you know, in reality. And so that's where it's like, okay, you have to look at individual components. We talked about last time of that right elbow staying in front, but if that starts to fold too far early up here, it's going to be hard to let that extend down in front of you.
Yeah.
Whereas if we keep it long up here, it's going to be easier to work this way. So now it's kind of setting yourself up to work in front, rather than if this gets crowded and folded, you get stuck into here and then you have to throw it at the bottom. Yep. That was pure.
Gee.
Yeah. Guys, the first time I'm going to see you hit driver, so I'm curious to see what we're working with.
I think there's a reason for that. I don't have to show my dirty laundry.
Yeah.
It just constantly does that.
Okay. He hates the 1 yard fade down the middle. Isn't that the worst?
It'll like
typically it starts to get wipier and wipier. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. But if we can live obviously off a, 1 to even 5 yard, 10 yard peel, like that's fine. It just starts when it starts to get into a 15, 20 yard peel that it's obviously a problem.
I think that's what's.
Yeah. But I would think that all those things that we covered with the irons, keeping that hands to get a little bit faster when it gets into longer clubs, when this gets stuck behind you and these are all moving together, I think that's where you get the really wipey pulling out of the left shoulder. So I think all those same components are going to help you with driver. Better.
Yeah.
See, like we can live with that. If that's our miss, I'm good with that. I agree that like the starting right, going right it's tough to play with. So let's kind of just check some other points in the setup, make sure everything's good there. So yeah, I'd say ball position is pretty far ahead. I'd actually want you to move up that way. Yeah, so I'd want this to, before it was kind of like here.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, now I'd like it to be, kind of like just right off the inside of the left. And then same thing with, squaring up that right heel. Good. Yep. That's interesting with the, Here, give me another, give me another 7-iron real quick. Okay, better. Yeah, so that left hand, I just wanted to check the grip. It is pretty strong, which is where you have some shaft lean with that strong grip. And then when you go with the driver, it's still strong, but now it's more neutral.
Okay.
So you see, so we kind of go 7-iron is like there where you have it ahead. We go back here and it's like really strong, and then it's going to be hard to get into that position.
So I can lag this then.
Yeah.
The driver.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. When we go to the driver, you bring that shaft lean back to square, but see how much that's cupped. And then once you come here and you return back to that position, we have that face open and right. So it works functionally great for the irons. We're able to compress it and cover it. I think we're gonna have to either make a couple kind of setup tweaks with the driver to still maintain that kind of I still don't want this to flip at the bottom with driver. I still want this a little bit to lead so I can hit up on it and square it up, rather than kind of if we feel like we have to cup and release it at the bottom, that just becomes a timing smother left, or we're then leaving it open. So we'll play around with that a little bit as we get with the driver, but the irons are great. I think to touch on those points again, the keys for you was up at the top, a little bit more width longer, straighter with that right arm. That allows you then for those hands to move, more independently of your chest coming through. And then, getting into that nice soft finish where this is fully released and we can kind of really stick that finish. So,
Perfect.
thanks again for coming on the channel. I'm excited. Matt, he's the man.
Thank you.
I'm excited to keep building. He'll be on here some more because we're working on his game, and freshly retired, so he's got some more time to play and practice and wants to play in some competitive events. So, keep an eye out for him, and see you soon.